On a dark and damp night, with the moon casting an eerie glow, a woman named Eileen quietly approached an abandoned castle. The quiet night was interrupted only by distant howls of wolves, and the sound of Eileen's footsteps echoed through the grass. She held an ancient grimoire in her hands, its pages filled with forbidden and ancient runes. A chilling wind blew, lifting her long hair as if merging with the darkness of the night. She stopped in the courtyard of the castle, a patch of grass beneath her feet. Eileen began chanting incantations, one after another pouring forth from her lips, weaving through the ancient stone walls. Her eyes gleamed with an eerie light, as if summoning invisible entities. Suddenly, the courtyard echoed with a murmur, low and haunting, like ghosts in conversation. In the darkness of the night, she felt the presence of invisible entities surrounding her, yet she could not see them. Eileen took out a blood-red candle, lit it, and as the flame danced, a sinister smile played on her face. She placed the candle on the ground, forming an ancient symbol. A chill swept through the air, as if countless pairs of eyes were watching her in the darkness. She continued reciting incantations, attempting to open a passage to the unknown. Around her, shadows on the grass twisted into strange patterns. Suddenly, a sorrowful wail of a woman echoed through the night, causing Eileen's heart to race. She attempted to cease the incantation, but found herself unable to control it. The chilling wind condensed into a chorus of ghostly cries, stirring up dust around her. Under the moonlight, she saw vague female figures, their eyes filled with endless pain. Some women began to encircle her, narrating indistinguishable tales of sorrow. Eileen felt an indescribable pressure, as if ancient souls were confiding in her unspeakable secrets. Her heart pounded rapidly, and though she tried to escape, the spirits seemed to follow her wherever she went. At her most desperate moment, she heard a female voice whispering in the wind, "You have touched the forbidden, and now you will become a part of this castle's eternity." Suddenly, a dark mist rose, engulfing her entirely. The next morning, the castle courtyard was empty, with only remnants of the grimoire and extinguished blood-red candle. Eileen's name had vanished from the village's memory, becoming another forbidden legend. In a remote town nestled within steep mountains, there stood an abandoned ancient cottage, shrouded in the eerie glow of the moonlight. Within this town lived a daring young couple, Ellie and Ben, seeking adventure and intrigue. Hearing tales of a mysterious cottage deep within the valley, surrounded by enigmatic legends, they decided to venture forth and explore the unknown. Upon arrival, they found the cottage door ajar, and the dim light spilled through the windows onto the dusty furniture. An ancient scent lingered in the air, as if time had come to a standstill. As they explored the cottage, they stumbled upon an old diary that chronicled the ancient tales of the locality. According to the legend, the cottage was once a gathering place for an ancient religious sect, engaging in mysterious rituals. On a night of a lunar eclipse, participants would conduct a ceremony at an altar in the valley, seeking otherworldly powers. However, the ceremony was said to be intricately tied to a series of disappearances. Driven by curiosity, Ellie and Ben found a map leading to the altar in the valley. As night fell, they embarked on the ancient path to the altar, guided by the dim glow of the moon. Upon reaching the altar, The moon shrouded the valley in an eerie silence. They noticed a mysterious stone monument at the center of the altar, adorned with ancient runes. Determined to unravel the truth behind the disappearances, they began to reenact the ancient ritual. However, as the incantations echoed, the atmosphere around the altar grew oppressive, and whispers reverberated through the valley. Ellie and Ben felt an invisible force constraining them, preventing them from leaving the altar. Suddenly, piercing screams echoed through the valley, as if countless ghosts were haunting the surroundings. They turned to see ghostly figures hovering in the moonlight, their eyes filled with endless sorrow. At the climax of the ritual, a burst of intense radiance erupted, enveloping the entire valley. When the light subsided, Ellie and Ben found themselves standing on the empty altar. The ghosts and the ancient ritual had vanished into thin air. The next morning, Ellie and Ben returned to the town, only to discover that they were no longer the same. Their memories seemed to be missing something, and the townspeople appeared oblivious to their existence. Were they the ones who disappeared, or had they become a part of that eternal mysterious ritual? The legend of the town added another enigmatic tale to its history,